What's up, guys? It's your boy Scott
And Liz.
from King Queen Cichlids. As always, before we get started, we need to know if you can hear us, if the audio is working. I suspect it is, but I don't want to go much further until I know for sure that we have good audio. So let's see what everyone says. This is the most awkward point of the live feed, is waiting for someone to say, good audio.
Ah, good audio.
What's up, Candy? Thank you for being here. Ray, Michael, someone please tell me good audio so we can get started.
There's a lot of new names on the feed early this morning that I'm seeing.
I got okay. Audio is great. Thank you so much, Candy. Welcome everyone to our live stream. Green Team Alliance, Fist Tube Notification Squad. I can't thank you guys enough. Our subscribers, I should say my subscribers.
I can be in this too.
Sorry about that. And anyone that happens to be new that's come over from the various videos that you and I have been on lately. We've been on Rax, River Life's channel lately. We've been on KG Tropicals twice now. So it's been a lot of fun. So welcome everyone who has come to us for the first time. Certainly look at our video library. Consider joining us. I think we'll give you something that you're really looking forward to. So with that said, I think you guys remember we played the match game last week.
With not a winner.
With not a winner. So, tell us about the prizes you have behind us before we get started.
All right. Oh, hold on. I'm a contortionist.
Yeah. Plus, you have a bad back, so sorry about that.
So, this week we have a choice from the Wet Spot Tropical gift card.
Yeah, let me get this closer for you.
Now that I've already...
She's our Vanna White for the day.
We have a Mo Devlin photo signed by the Mo Devlin.
Now, hold up. Some people probably don't know who Mo Devlin is. Mo Devlin is probably the most famous and professional Aquarius hobbyist photographer out there. He does all the photos for Seacrest Farms as well as multiple other websites. It's autographed on the back and it says, to whoever wins it, enjoy the hobby.
Okay. And then we have also...
Hey guys.
You can choose from a Keystone Clash t-shirt. This is vintage 2008 year.
Yep.
2018, I apologize.
Two extra large for whoever gets that. And then we have two of our own shirts.
Or King and Queen t-shirts.
Now the King and Queen t-shirts, we're ordering some more. We have 3 available. 2 of them are extra large. 1 of them is large. 1 of them is promised to Aquafunk. I said I was going to get him a t-shirt. That's my boy. I got to look out for him. So one of those is definitely going to Aquafunk. But we need to pick one person to play the game. So is there anyone out there that wants to play the game?
So who wants to play the match game?
GRB, you're right. Mo is a champion. Hello, Daniel Keeping Fish. I need one person to volunteer to take on
and that will take
test.
The first person's name I see that pops up on here.
Yep, so the first person that says, I want to try the match game. 40 on. Thank you very much, guys.
All right.
All right, so Fish Wife, that's Marianne.
Mm-hmm. Lady M, I'm going to stick with. So she is, let's see.
So she's the first one. She wants a King Queen t-shirt.
Okay.
So let's see if you can match Liz. Now I got to go back to my OBS.
All right, so this is for the King and Queen t-shirts.
Okay. And
Fish Wife.
If you get this right, you get to go to the grand prize, which is, there should be a book back there.
I believe you have it on the bottom shelf, to which the contortionist will not reach it. It is an aquatic book.
We'll tell you about that book later. But it's match game now. I don't have any sound effects, but I should get some. The question is, Liz has already answered this. Fish what? Fish what? So give us your choice of how she ended that. Fish what? Do, 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 do. All right.
So we know there's a delay. This is going to take a minute.
Yep. Fish Wise, Fish Room. Miss Young, we are ready for you to give us your answer. How did Liz finish the word? Fish what?
Oh, Funk.
Thank you, Funk. Thank you so much for your support. Funk, you did overtime today. We greatly appreciate you filling in a little bit for Susie Q, who is out enjoying her wonderful man. So have a great time, Susie Q.
No, Candy, it is not the same answer from last weekend.
Fish hobby is wrong.
Oh, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
That is wrong. I did not say
Let's
fish hobby.
see. She said, and we kind of gave it away at the opening scene, fish store. So that was the answer. There's going to be another shot. We have another shot at it. So
Later this feed?
Later this feed,
right.
we have one more question match word that I asked Liz to do.
All right. So sorry, Fishwife's Fish Room. That was not the correct answer. And
Yeah.
Bob, Fish Sticks was last week. Now, it doesn't work for this week.
All right. So next in line, we are going to thank our mods for being here today. Candy Overhauls, Mr. B's Fishing Thing. I don't know if he's here today or not. Rob93 Aquatics, and of course, my boy, Aquafunk. Thank you guys for being mods. Thank you guys for keeping the trolls away, making sure that, everyone's behaving themselves while still having a good time. So thank you very much to our mods. Aquafunk, hopefully everything's good with you. Aquafunk lives in Florida, so I heard that storm is coming. Plus, you've been, going through some things with some pains and stuff. You and I have talked personally on the phone, so my prayers and blessings are with you, brother. Hope you feel well soon.
And Ira, who's also on the feed, is from Florida today, and so I'm sure there's a lot of y'all from the Florida area down there.
Right.
So Ed had said that he told her it was Fish Store, and that is Fishwife's husband is Ed. So should have spoke hard.
So close. Now, I'm going to give you time to shout out people out in the room. There's 53 watching at this point.
And I'm not going to do all 53, so hey, Chewy.
I'm going to go get your wine before you get started, and then you can shout it out.
So, hey, Chewy, Down the Wormhole, Crystal's Pets, Mark Hill, Kaler's Aquatics, Select Pet, Rounded Rob, Fishwife's Fish Room, Multi-Tank Addiction, Ed Young, Jay's Betta Room, Shelby Ray Lynn, Ira Luck, Otter Creek Aquatics, and I'm scrolling and scrolling. There's just so many. Tracy Hughes, my buddy Dave Wynn is here. Daryl Deemer.
Daryl Deemer, what is up, buddy? Thanks, everybody, for coming. We certainly appreciate it. There are 60 people on right now. Thank you so much. We're going to move into our wine part.
My favorite section.
But before we get started, obviously, as you like to stay, store your kids away. This will be PG-17 or so. There may be some adult content, adult language. There's certainly going to be some alcohol served because I am off tomorrow. Woot, woot!
I have to go to work because it's Labor Day, so I will be laboring.
For 4 hours. But anyway.
6 hours, thank you.
6 hours, 2 of which she may work.
I still don't get to sleep in. That's the point. I have to leave my bed.
So I might actually partake in some wine since I don't have to work tomorrow. But tell us about our... Well, you take the wine. I want to say this real quick. Obviously, you guys send us super chats. We greatly appreciate it. While I'm thinking about it, I have a note on my desk. Thank you, Mike from Fish Tank Barn. He sent us a $4.99 super chat. We greatly appreciate it. As you guys know, I like to take those super chats and give them back into fish tubers or whatever I can do, whether it's buying shirts from Chris from Multi-Tank Addictions or taking KG Tropicals out to eat. Some of that was the super chat money that I used. I try to take that money and put it back into the hobby in one fashion or another. Some of you guys specifically want Liz to get wine, so that funds goes directly to her if you specify that in the wine fund. And without further ado, tell us about your wine.
So tonight's wine's from my new favorite winery, Jackson Square, and it is the peach mango wine. I do love me a good fruit wine.
This Ed Youngson, you should have heard my language, LOL. All right, so hey everyone, hey Dawn, Michael, or Michelle, excuse me, how are you? Christine, I'm terrible at saying people's names. Christine, Jennifer, good to see you guys. Cheryl from Houston, welcome, thank you for coming. Crystal's Pets and Plants, hey Crystal, hope you're doing well, girl. I haven't spoken to you in a while. I've seen you in a few chats, but I hope you're doing well. Keep up the good work at your channel. It's getting better and better. 64 on, 37 likes. You know what to do. Can I get a little bit of that wine?
Hey, Alan and Karen.
Hey, Alan and Karen. Hope you guys are doing well.
Just a little bit for you. I know it gives you gas.
Thank you so much, Chris, for the super chat. Careful, Scott, that wine may have some make you gassy. I never told you
Didn't
this.
you understand when I said that?
I didn't ever tell you this, but Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction actually made a shirt that says this wine is making me gassy. So that's cool. Mark Hill, hello, how are you doing? Inventory King, loving your guys' fish room, looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so we are going to go. What's next in our lineup? Next in our lineup is YouTube News. Let me take a little partake of this. You do it.
Breaking news.
Wow, this is good.
Peach mango, folks. Cannot beat a good fruit wine.
I could do without your saliva, but.
Oh, you love it.
All right, guys, let me get started on this. Susan from SLC Aquatics and many other YouTubers have, and I should say this, Funk's already talked about it, Multi-Tank Addiction has talked about it, Susan has had live streams on it. I just want to make sure that I mention, I've seen this newsletter, it's incredible, it's on a website. Candy, if you have a link to the website.
She's already got it.
Thank you so much, Candy. But Susan, SLL Aquatics, came up with a great idea to have a newsletter. You know how newsletters go? We did it for years for our club.
Oh, Lord. It's like pulling teeth to get people to write articles, but the fish tube community seems to be pretty willing to write up some stuff.
It is a lot of work. Susan, I can tell you, I know from having to do it for 3 or 4 years, creating a newsletter is a lot of work. And what I saw, I haven't read it all, what I saw today was very impressive. In fact, Funk, if you're in the feed, I read some of your article and I was like, this can't be Funk because it's way too intelligent, way too professional.
You got a ghostwriter?
I don't know, but it was fantastic, Funk. I'm just giving you a hard time. Great article. I look forward tomorrow, since I don't have to work, to sitting down and reading more of it because I thought it was outstanding. Kudos to you, Susan, for doing that. I hope it gets bigger and better. She's asked us to do some newsletters, articles. So
I did learn to write that last week, so we're good.
All right, so we're going to help her with that. And when she feels comfortable, we're going to help her get a few sponsors for her newsletter. All right, next in the news, keep an eye on the chat in case someone's not saying anything. Greg Jones is having his 600th episode or video that's coming out soon. He actually came to Liz and I, and I'm sure he came to other YouTubers and asked us to introduce it. Say, hey, King and Queen Cichlids, this is welcome to Greg Jones' 600th video. So what a milestone from a great YouTuber who's been a YouTuber a long time. He also runs my aquarium box, which is a huge hit for you guys out there that don't have a local fish store and want access to
the newest products, the newest things that are coming out, foods, supplies for your tank. This is a really cool idea that Greg had. I love the bark box for the dogs or the different boxes that they have a monthly subscription, but this is just for you aquatic folks.
Right. So you definitely want to check out Greg Jones. Think about getting my aquarium box. It comes out monthly for a small fee. Really cool deal. And if you want more information about it, check out River Life. Rack does a lot of reviews of his box openings. It's really good content, so definitely check out River Life as well. Candy, you probably already got a link out there, but put both of those links out there, please.
So Select Pat just said the cutest thing. My 2-year-old just came running through the house with the tablet, blaring KG Tropicals video and saying, "I'm watching daddy shows." How cute is that?
That's cool.
All right, KG Tropicals, $20 super chat. Just because you always send so many to us, can't wait to do another fish store hop.
John, thank you so much. We're going to talk about you a little later, but thank you and Lisa so much. I'm still kind of riding off the high from last weekend.
That's the wine, honey.
No, that'd be gas. But it was such an incredible, magical, I'm going to say it, magical time.
It was fun. Yeah.
But we're going to talk about it later. Yes. You're tapping me, so I'm assuming.
No, I'm sorry. I was tapping Miss Al.
We have a cue here where if she taps me, that means I got to shut up because she sees something in the chat. She wants to talk. Yeah. She's giving me false taps over here, so just hang on.
False taps. Yeah.
Next thing I want to talk about, and we're going to get to our content, I promise you. What time is it? 8:14 already.
I know.
Mike from Fish Tank Barn just put out a video Candy, again, I need you to put that link out. It is really cool. DIY aquarium background. I have always wanted to try to make my own 3D background. And I've always been scared to do it. I've seen Joey DIY do it. Now I see Mike doing it. I might actually give it a try and see if I can do it or not. So, all right, we good?
Yep.
And then I think the last thing that's not related to us is I want to talk about my boy Chris from Multi-Tanks Addiction. He is doing 2 live streams now. He does one on Tuesday night where he actually does what we're used to seeing, the drawing and the artistic side of him. But he's doing one on Sunday now, which is 11 p.m. Eastern. Chris, let me know that it's Sunday morning.
Yeah. You said p.m., so that's why I was confused. Oh,
I'm confused. 11 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. But he puts on a hell of a show. I can't wait to get him, get that promo out that you're now doing a Sunday stream. It works well. Yeah. Followed by Down the Wormhole, and then followed by my boy JH Tropical. So definitely, if you can get up Sunday morning at 11 a.m., and I believe that's correct, you definitely want to check out Chris. He had a really great live stream today. Unfortunately, I was kind of lurking because I was doing a bunch of stuff. But what I saw, Chris, was great. Keep it up, my friend.
Okay.
What do you got going on over there?
Let's see. So Joseph Gaither, once again, thanks for coming to Baltimore and giving our local fish store some spotlights.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
Absolutely.
There are 70 people on. Awesome.
So a lot of people want you to video the DIY background if you do it. And Select Pat says I should grab you some coffee. You've had enough wine.
Select Pat, come on.
But you said 11 p.m.
Let me celebrate a little bit.
Lisa is here. Hey, girl.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Oh, that's Lisa from KG Tropical.
Did you think I meant my sister?
No, I thought you might have meant Super Cichlids. But anyway, all right, we got a lot of news to talk about, so let's kind of go through it as quickly as we can. First things first, we hit 3,500 subscribers, it says, on August 26th. So congratulations to us. Woo woo! What I do
drink to that.
What I do want, yeah, let me cheers on that. What I do want to mention is that in less than a week, we are at 3,700 subscribers and counting. Awesome. And I have to say this. This is all locomotion or motion from Good Vibes and spending time with KG Tropicals as well as Michael's Fish Room. Those guys have helped get this locomotion running, and I greatly appreciate it, as well as my subs out there and some of the channels I work with. I really appreciate it. We are at a growth sprout that I've never seen before, and I have to thank each and every one of you for making that happen. So 3,500 subscribers on August 26th. We're at 3,700 now, well on our way to 4,000, which I didn't think we would ever see.
That's awesome. You did a good job.
So do you. Well, you say that. I love the fact that I'm in here working for hours, making sure I get everything ready, and then basically at 7:50, Liz will walk in and be like, "All right, you ready?" and just plop down and just.
I don't need to prepare. I am naturally ready.
You are. Like that last video I did where I talked about your booty.
Oh my God.
It's not your booty, it's your beauty, baby. Anyway, 325,000 views. That was a special award we got. This is actually from Tubby Buddy. That's the application. You guys, YouTubers, know what it is. And every time you hit a certain goal, it gives you an award. And we did all of that with just 125 videos, which I think is pretty impressive. Nice. Because that means that our videos, what I've done, have done well. I know a lot of people have done massive amounts of videos. No, I'm not saying anything negative about that. But I think it's nice that, we're slowly growing 125 videos in a year and a half. And we've hit 3,000 plus subscribers. It's a pretty good accomplishment.
So John said that Lisa does the same thing. She just comes in when it's time. Candy said I need to cut you off.
Okay, cut me off from the wine.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to talk about some of the videos I put out real quick. This section is about me. I'm sorry, about us. I keep saying me.
It's all about you, baby. It's all
about
us.
Your
world. I'm just
obviously, this is a point where we can promote some of the things going on with us, and then we'll jump into our subject. But KG Tropicals on Sunday dropped their video about last weekend, and so did River Life. I was a slowpoke and didn't drop mine until Thursday, right before KG Tropicals strategically went online. It's doing really well. It's got over 2,000 views at this point. If you get a chance, check it out. I've gotten some really nice comments about my editing, and they enjoyed it, so you definitely want to check it out. Every time I watch it, I just have some good warm vibes about what a great weekend that was. So, check. Yep.
So, Corey Wilson, new subscriber, Cichlids and Prince Music. Just had to shout that out.
Hell yeah, Corey. You my boy. You my new #1 subscriber. You like big Cichlids and Prince? Yeah.
So, Mark Hill wants to know if we get paid from the ads.
From YouTube? Absolutely. As does every YouTuber once they get monetized. We get a certain percentage. It's nothing large. Like,
it might be a couple pennies.
Well, I mean, most YouTubers don't discuss this, but I mean, my videos probably average $5 to $10 to $20, depending on how many views, or audience retention is a big thing as well. We can get in that more later if you like.
So Joe Coffee says, cool t-shirt. Thank you. This is my Omega 1 shirt. I got this in a swag bag at a convention I went to a few years back.
Swag bag?
Yeah, it was, when you bid on, like, random stuff in a lot for an auction, this was one of the things just thrown into that bag I didn't know was in there, and I like to wear it. Okay. It's very comfy.
We got a super chat. We shouted that out, right? Yes. I just want to make sure. Maybe I do need the one taken away from me.
Cut off.
Since I was off for a 3-day weekend because of the holiday, I decided to throw out a bonus video that was called Fry Friday. Aqua Mojo, don't think I'm stealing this from anyone else. Aqua Mojo, for years, Mo Devlin used to put out a video every Friday about fry. I did take that idea from him, so I did a video. It's about 9 minutes, one of my shortest videos ever, about the Parachromis Dovi fry and the Parachromis Modowins fry, as well as showcasing my Amphilophus trimactus that I got the weekend before.
And your Lazuli fry.
And my Lazuli fry, absolutely right. So if you get a chance, check that out. Candy, I don't know if you have the link or not. And we're going to go fast here. As you guys know, Saturday, we went to that fish place.
You asking me? Like I know.
Saturday, we went to that fish place. Let me set up this scenario for you guys. We did a video about a year ago about our trip to that fish place. It randomly got picked up and put on Facebook by that fish place, promoting our video and wanting people to see our experience through our eyes of our walkthrough. They really liked the video. So they came back to us and said, hey, would you be interested in doing another video? We said, absolutely. I said, is it possible we can get in an hour early before the store starts so I can get some really good footage without feeling rushed or getting in people's way? They said, absolutely. We got there at 8 in the morning.
Yes, or a little, actually, quarter till.
And they were absolutely fantastic to us. I'm going to put this video on just so you can get an idea of what's coming with our video. I'm going to be putting a lot of work into this video. I have so much footage to go through, and I look forward to putting this video out, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys will support it. It is a fantastic store, and I'm going to show you a few things, and hopefully you'll help me talk about it.
So everybody loved your fish fry video.
Okay, awesome.
And Boyaka said drink a Kool-Aid jammer instead.
All right, this first picture I'm showing you is at that fish place. Ed Young, this guy is awesome. They're both awesome. Am I saying it wrong? Is it not Marianne?
Marianne.
Okay, I said Marianne. You looked at me funny.
Oh, I just look at you funny.
Why is your foot on my side?
I'm fidgety. I'm very fidgety.
Marianne and Ed Young came and kind of talked to us. They came just to kind of see us and meet us. We had such a great time with them. The next big YouTube channel you're going to see is going to be from these two, because both of them have a lot of personality. But Marianne in particular,
She's
Oh
a
my
trip.
God, her level of energy is off the chain.
She can keep up with me. It's fantastic.
She can keep up and probably pass you. I wish I had more time to spend with them, but I was so focused on I got to get all this footage, and in my mind I kind of see how the video's running, so I was very preoccupied with that. But I look forward to hanging some more with you guys sometime really soon.
So their channel is the Fish Wife's Fish Room, and they just dropped their first video today. So go over there, check them out, give them some love.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's fireworks going off outside.
The dog's hearing.
And my dogs are going crazy now. I'm not sure what's going on out there. But we're going to talk about that fish place kind of quickly because it is almost 8:30. Liz took some of these pictures. The store is said to be the biggest fish store in the country. And I don't want to spoil everything for my upcoming video on Friday, but this store is so big they actually have a directory in the center of the store when you first come in.
When you first walk in the door, it's kind of there at the first aisle. Tells you where everything in the store is because they not only do they have a fish room, they have a reptile room, they have cat stuff, dog stuff, they do rescue events, they do all sorts of different things.
And I'm going to apologize to you now. All I did was strictly fish and fish equipment and fish food. If I had done everything, I would have had 4 hours of footage at least that I would have had to edit through. So anyway, that's the directory they have there. Let me keep going here. And then, this is, can I talk about this one?
Yeah, please.
I love this because I go to fish stores all the time looking to buy fish. And sometimes it's hard getting help, especially like House of Tropicals. They're very busy. And it's hard to get someone to help you sometimes because they're so busy. Now, this place, you go, you hit a button, it squirts you out a ticket. You laughing at me? All right, no more wine for me. It shoots out a ticket, and that's your number, and you wait to be called. And while you're waiting, you can look at other fish. You can go pick up fish food, fish equipment. You'll hear your number call, and you go tell them what fish you want. So I think that's really cool. How's the chat going?
Chat is going great. Everybody's going over and subscribing to Fish Wife's Fish Room.
Please do that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, they said they had a great time with us.
Oh, that's nice of them. Another cool thing, you want to take this one?
I said, Candy said, I said, cut him off. So, also in this store, they have a free aquarium water testing station where you can bring in your water from home. If you, like, say you had a tank crash, you don't know what's happening, you know, something looks a little off, you can take it in and have everything professionally tested for you.
Yep. Next thing that I have to show you that I was in love with, not sure why I put that picture there like that, but I'm in love with this. And some of the Petcos and PetSmarts actually have these. Regardless of how you feel about them, I think some of them are generally great stores. But they have an information education center. So like if you get, let's say you get a green Terra, they may have a pamphlet over there, if you look, that has nothing but the information about the green Terra, how to take care of it, water parameters, what size tank, and etc. It's really, really cool. I wish more stores had them, but I mean, how cool is that to buy a fish and for some reason you don't know enough about it, you can grab it on the way out and read it, or if you see one in the fish room and you want to know more about it, you can go to this little education center and read more about it before you purchase it to make sure it's correct for you.
And while we were there, I did hear this family, a father and some young children came in, and they were talking to the guy about purchasing some fish, and of course they asked, you know, what kind of setup you have, and he said, well, yesterday we set up a 10-gallon aquarium. So the guy directed him to this wall, said, here, please read this, let your tank cycle and everything before you're ready to put fish in it.
Right.
So that's always good to have a store that educates and not just sells.
No, we didn't ask anybody what they're eating or drinking today, but
well,
I'm eating donuts. I mean, I got the day off. I can eat some donuts, right? All right, next thing, that's all we have with, now I got this stuff in my mouth. That's all I have for that fish place. Please, guys, get ready for it to drop on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's probably all I'm going to do tomorrow is work on that video. Yeah. Thank you so much, that fish place, for allowing us to come in there, check it out. They even showed us the filtration room, how that stuff works. It was such a fun time. Mary Ann, Ed, thank you so much for stopping by to see us while we were filming. We wanted to go to Maple Leaf, but by the time we got out of there, I was like, Liz, I am not driving.
He was hangry.
Yeah, I was. So we actually stopped at the Bob Evans that was right up the street because I didn't want to drive 34 miles in the opposite direction and then have to come all the way back. So that's what happened, but we will definitely meet up at Maple Leaf another time. Last thing that I have, because we've been on us way too long, is the news that Rachel O'Leary tentatively is coming to our house to do some recording of our fish rooms. How cool is that? Now, for you guys that don't know, I've known Rachel for a lot of years. In fact, she was one of the key people that helped me get my club going 7 or 8 years ago. So she and I have been friends for some years. She actually lives like 20 minutes away. I never tell anyone that because, you know, I'm trying to make it on my own without plugging people. But she's actually coming here to do some videotaping of the fish room and to put on her video. So we're looking forward to that. You know, Michael from Michael's Fish Room has helped us out. KG Tropicals is a great friend and great resource. And Rachel coming through. It's just been a really good time for us and our channel. So,
all right. So let's see. We've got some people out here. Donuts and wine. They're questioning you. Custard cream biscuits and drinking ginger beer.
Whoa. How can you go wrong with donuts and wine? Stop it. I mean, I might even dip it in there.
Oxtail rice and beans.
Ooh, who's eating that?
That is Christine Kerrigan.
Oh my
beans
gosh,
and cornbred over there.
Some
at Chris's.
Jamaican food. I hear you. I love Jamaican food. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, that's it. That's all I've got.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you guys our other camera because I know you guys love the arowanas. So we have our other camera back here. If you want to check out the arowanas, they're doing great. Along with the pike cichlid, which is the what?
Crenacicla lenticulata.
Lenticulata. Very well said.
Never can say that right.
Well, I don't even know if you're saying it right. But we definitely, while we're here, we want to shout out to KG Tropicals. They just dropped a video today about the 10 things you need to know about how to keep arowanas. Great video, as always. I mean, I'm a little jealous about how good John and Lisa are with their videos. By the way, Lisa is always helping out in beating the videos, which would be nice for you to do. I'm going to ask Lisa.
I'm right here.
I'm talking about the other videos. I'm going to ask Lisa to encourage you to be in more of those videos.
But.
Oh, boy.
No, go ahead. I'm not
Go
even
ahead.
going to get started.
But
so Aquafunk has Franks and Beans.
All right. But it's nice to see their teamwork. I'll just say that. So you definitely want to check out their video. John asked me to share some of my coverage or footage of my arowanas. He put it in the video. He obviously put our names in there as being the ones that provided some of the footage. Great video. Definitely want to check it out.
All right. So Jay's Bedroom is having donuts and wine just for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, is there anything else, or I got to keep going? You just want me to just keep going, right?
Keep rolling. Come on, your minutes are counting down, and you're not even halfway through.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. I worked this whole thing, and I asked her to talk for 5 minutes. It's like, nope, next.
All right, so Original Link wants to know how many years old the fish are, and we have no idea because they were both rescues, so we really don't know how old they are.
Yeah.
We can guess.
I would say 2 years. I mean, they're, KG Tropicals almost bought a fish that he said at Lucky's he thought that fish was about 18 inches. So if that's correct, if that fish was 18 inches, ours is pushing every bit of 24 inches.
Well, and that one was pretty thick, 18 inches and thin. These guys are thick.
Yeah, they got...
Give me your wine. You're done. You're done. You're done.
Oh, my God. Anyway, we said adult language. Now, nothing was said, but I just went there.
Y'all got what we're implying. Yeah.
But anyway, so just based on John's observation of the arowana at Lucky's, if that was 18 inches, then ours are every bit of 24 inches or more. What just happened?
I think I hit that when I stole your wine away.
Come on, honey. You can't be doing that. So let's go back to here.
All right.
All right.
So fish show events.
All right. So I just want to shout out because we're getting closer and closer to the fish show events. You want to say something? You're smiling over there.
They're just making fun of you.
Why did you make fun of me? Why does everybody want to make fun of me? Anyway,
so
the Keystone class, and I know I asked you to get the dates, and I bet
I bet I forgot about them, but The Keystone Clash is in 12 days.
It's the 13th through the 15th.
Mm-hmm. The Aquatic Experience is in
October 15th through the...
See, who needs dates when I got you?
But...
I forgot.
Lisa, I'm calling you because you need to talk to your sister over here.
I had an emergency 3-way sister chat.
Okay, that didn't sound well either. All right, and then the OCA Extravaganza is the weekend before Thanksgiving. So those 3 big shows are coming up. If you guys remember, I talked about it before, it's kind of like the Triple Crown. All 3 of these events have large fish shows. Mm-hmm. Aquatic Experience and OCA Extravaganza are cichlid only shows, where the Keystone Clash is all fish. And I expect it again to have over 300 plus fish because they do cichlids, killifish, live bears. They do it all.
Oh, everything. Yeah. Goldfish, oddball fish. That was my favorite category the other year.
So today I got a message from an old friend, and you don't even play along. You just like quiet.
Well, I was a little concerned where this was going. But I can see now it's the
I'm going to
Goomans.
say something really out of line online.
I can see now it's the Goomans.
The Gooman brothers have contacted me and confirmed that they are definitely going to be there showing fish at the Keystone Class. So I really look forward to that. Those guys are hilarious. As you can see, they stole the show last year at the Keystone Class. They won just about every award, including the club bragging rights. If you guys are not familiar with that, the club that has the most awards, wins the most awards, gets, excuse me, that's not right. The club that gets best of show also wins club bragging rights and gets an extra trophy to take back to their club to show off at their club. That happens every year.
And if you don't know the Goomans, it's worth coming to the Keystone Clash just to meet a Gooman. Because these 2 are a pair, and they're 2 of the nicest guys I've ever met.
They're sweethearts. They really are. And every event, they enjoy to the fullest.
Yes.
I mean, you'll see them going down the hall wearing hula skirts. I think we were supposed to have a pajama party, and we were so busy with everything else we were doing. We didn't get to the pajama party, but they were running around in pajamas.
Well, I know at the OCA, too, they decorated their room with Christmas lights and a palm tree. I mean, these guys are just a blast.
Yeah. So these 3 events are happening. If you guys have never been to an event, you definitely want to go. Are you tapping me? Or
no, I'm sorry. I'm fidgety.
God, she's the most fidgety person in the world. I don't know when to stop and when to keep going. If you've never been to a fish event, go to all 3, or at least try to go to one of them, because it is a fun time. You get a goodie bag. All 3 of these give you a goodie bag with loads of products. There's going to be a huge auction where you can buy fish that you've never seen before. And most of them, I know the Keystone Class for sure, and I know OCA Extravaganza allows people to sell fish out of their rooms, which is so much fun. You go up to a certain level, and you just hit room from room from room, and there's a list outside of the door saying what fish they're selling, what plants they're selling, what equipment they're selling. It's a lot of fun. It's almost like Christmas morning. So,
yeah. Good night, Daniel.
Daniel's leaving us?
Yeah, he's got to be up in 5 hours for work.
Okay. Scott got some PJs with the flap in the back. Funk.
And you would know, Funk.
Yes, he would know. So, what are we going to next? We already talked about the fish show events. We already talked about this, which I must have skipped one. So, Liz, you're going to have to help me with this one.
Okay.
I have been getting, as my videos have been seen more, and I've been getting more views, and we've been growing as a channel, I'm always asked, what cichlids should I begin with? What are good beginner cichlids as far as the medium to large size cichlids?
Right.
So, Liz and I did a video 8 or 9 months ago. It's pictured there where we went to PetSmart and Pleco. Both of them were great experiences. Nothing negative was said about either one of them because they were good shops.
Yeah.
I think we went to Walmart, and I might have said I didn't appreciate Walmart that much. But Pleco and PetSmart, I use them as a source because not everyone, like us, has that fish place or a local fish store. And I wanted to use a medium that basically everyone has access to. So we went to PetSmart, we went to Petco, and these 5 fish we saw in most of the stores that they were readily available. So the first fish I would like to start with is the Jack Dempsey. I think it's a great beginner fish. It's named after the boxer. For those historians out there, Jack Dempsey was one of the most aggressive, most prolific fighter, and it was named after that fish. But quite honestly, the Jack Dempsey is pretty mild mannered when it comes to cichlid aggression, in my opinion, until they start breeding. But I would even tell you that they could be within a community tank if you want them. They get about up to 8 inches long and just have some fantastic coloration. I'm talking about the purebred Jack Dempsey. I'm not talking about the electric blue. I've kept the electric blue before. I think you have as well.
I have, yes, and they're extremely slow growers.
They're slow growers, and I'm going to say this, my own personal experience. I got in trouble last time when I said something about the gold jaguar, but their immune system doesn't seem to be as strong as the regular jags.
Right.
The regular jacks. And I see them dying often, at least in my experience. They don't live very long.
You don't see a lot of adult electric blue Jack Demseys.
Absolutely.
And, there's a reason for it. But now, before we go any further, Chewy wants to know what you consider your medium base point. How many inches, what size?
I would start off with the Jack Dempsey. I would say 8 inches up to 20 plus inches. I mean, obviously, the Dovai is not on the list because it gets to about 30 inches. But I'm starting around 8 and I'm going up to about 20, obviously with the Jaguar pictured there.
Because a lot of people are throwing out convicts, and convicts get about, 5 inches?
Yeah.
They are a great beginner fish.
Yeah, and you said Alan and Karen, or one of them's on. No one does convict cichlids better than Karen Haas. I mean, her fish are spectacular. Her fish have actually taken down Best of Show and taken down fish that, of mine and others that I thought were spectacular. But her convicts are not to be, joked with. They are serious contenders. A lot of coloration. She's got a lot of different variations of convicts. And I think they're incredible cichlids. I consider them smaller. I don't consider them in the 8-inch range.
So firemouths are also being thrown out, rams, and they stay a little more on the smaller side. We're looking for a little bit of we're talking about the little bit of larger size, cichlids here.
Absolutely right. So I'm talking about beginner tank busters.
Right.
I consider a Jack Dempsey, even though it says it ranges about 8 inches, I've seen some around 12. My buddy Aaron had a pretty big one a few years ago. So I'm talking about beginner tank busters because that's really what we talk about the most. Next one is Oscars. You want to take that one?
Oscars are fantastic. If you've never had an Oscar, you've never had a wet pet. I mean, they are so interactive and sweet, and they've got personality for days. They pout when they're not feeling loved and affectionate, and and then they're all excited when they get when you come into the room, they're just I consider them to be a happy fish.
Yeah, unless you do something to them and they mope. It's scary when they mope because sometimes they just sink to the bottom and they act like they're dead. This book says Oscar is by far the most popular and easily recognized species of cichlid. They make great pets and are rather unaggressive for such a large cichlid. It says they get to 15 to 18 inches, which I think is...
It's about fair.
It's about fair. The big thing with Oscars is they get, like, fat, girt. They're big boys. So, definitely that would be our pick number 4. The next one down here is the Green Terra, or the Equidians rivellatus. I think I said that right. They get to about the same. I don't think they get to 18 inches.
No, I don't think they get that big. But I think the biggest one I saw was the gentleman from Capital Cichlids, who you would show his every year, and it was maybe 10 inches.
See, guys, books. That's what all of us old schoolers used to do. We used to just read books about our fish before all this YouTube phenomenon and all that BS happened. But I still have all my books. And this is an old one, and I can guarantee the scientific name has probably changed 14 times since this book was published, but I still enjoy reading the books. So this says the Green Terror gets to 8 inches, which I disagree with because I personally have had some 13 inches or more.
Well, and also, with the size references there, like Fish Keeping Jamaica said that he's seen Jack Dempsey's get you know, much bigger. Like he says, about 16 plus inches.
Yeah. So again, oh my God, it's 8:43. Again, these are cichlids that we have readily seen at PetSmart and Petco. We're just using that as a source to, you know, begin the topic of if you're interested in getting fish like we keep, what would you start with to get some practice in? And these are our 5 recommendations. So after that, it's the Yep.
So Fish Keeping Jamaica wants to know the aquarium size for these fish being mentioned.
Such a great question, and I should have started with that, Raleigh. Thank you so much for saying that. I would say a minimum starting with 55 gallon would be the minimum.
For and one Oscar? Or a pair?
For maybe 2 Oscars, 3 or 4 Jacks, because they're not going to get over 8 inches. But that would be my minimum. And then I would be ready to upgrade each year to something bigger. I mean, you just saw, if you saw KG Tropicals video, he got arowanas. He has basically a 400-gallon tank, and he has 2 arowanas in there that are 8 inches. I think he said one is 8 inches and the other one is 6 inches. So there's never too big of a tank to put some fish in. Those boys are going to grow into that really soon, especially now that he's got both of them feeding on food, and he told me they're eating like pigs. So
that's awesome. I
look forward to seeing them grow in his live feeds and videos. Do you want to take the Jaguar Cichlid?
All right, so the Jags, these are near and dear to our heart. You know that we have.
They left you a present.
Oh man, look at presents. Fireworks scared the shit out of them.
Hey, watch your language.
PG-17, right?
Oh my God. 85 watching. Thank you guys.
The Jaguars are awesome. You know, we have a pair of them in a 125-gallon tank, and they are just really great. They get, about 14 to 17 inches, somewhere in there. Male versus female? No?
24 inches.
For the males, not
for the male. For the females, 12 to 14 inches. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. But they're, a semi-aggressive cichlid. But they're very interactive. They're sitting here next to me watching us film. They're a really cool fish.
Yep. According to this book, they get to 24 inches long. This is another popular but extremely large and aggressive cichlid from Costa Rica to Honduras. Several natural morphs exist in wild population, largely differing in size of the splotches. What's going on?
Mad Fish Diva said, Liz said a bad word, clutch the pearls. I apologize.
Right, Diva?
I am a potty mouth. Yeah, funky slow.
I'm telling you this. You have to go to Funk's next live stream next week.
Drop a word?
No, and he's going to redeem. He's going to bless you, Funk. Tell her about what you do and rebuke what you just said in the name of the fish gods. Yeah. All right. So the last fish we're going to talk about is the Amphilophus citronellus, or the Amphilophus
Midas.
Libiatus. No, it's not lie. It's Libiatus.
That's what it said. Libiatus.
Midas, red devil. They're both very similar. Only DNA can really keep them apart. Obviously, the red devils have bigger lips, is what I was told, especially wild caught ones. So there is some difference there, but they're very, very similar. PetSmart, Petco seem to have mainly the citronellus, which is the Midases. We put this as the last fish because this one certainly is the most aggressive out of the 5 we're talking about. This one, you talk about what size tank and how many. This would go in a 55 and be by himself. I've had many people tell me that they found this fish at PetSmart and they threw him in with a bunch of other fish, and then they're like,
where's my other fish?
Yeah. Or my fish is dead, or my fish is cowering in a corner. Excuse me, this tea is making me gassy. This cichlid is a monster. I mean, you guys can't see behind me, but this guy right here is in the Amphilophus family, and the citronellus is going to be very much like him. I do have a citronellus, the tank behind down, him. But you can't see it because these are all large tanks. But beautiful color, has a lot of different variations. You can find them orange and white, straight orange, white, and black. My boy Antonio from OCA had a gorgeous one with just speckled of different colors of orange, white, and black.
And he actually still has him. I just saw that he is entering him in the show again this year, and he is sure to take all the big prizes.
He's coming to the aquatic experience as well and entering him there. So,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, I can't wait. He is. I told him I was going to have to bring my boys out because I've competed against him before and I came in second place to his Amphilophus citronellus. But anyway, forget about all that stuff. This is a fish that's going to be a water pet, which you've already said before, have a lot of personality, have a lot of intelligence, and it's going to need a lot of space. He's going to want his own tank, and he's not going to want anyone else in there unless he's interested in mating. Yes, ma'am.
So we got a super chat from Multi-Tank Addiction, $5. Now I got another t-shirt to make because you said the tea is making you gassy.
Well, you took my wine away, so now I got to drink my Arnold Palmer lemon tea.
That's not Arnold Palmer.
Anytime they put tea and lemonade together, it is called an Arnold Palmer. Okay? That is how it works. All right. So, any questions before we move on about those particular fish? Again,
I did see some.
Large tank. You want to start with at least a 55-gallon tank. For me, my choice of filter is always going to be a sponge filter. I just think they create a good beneficial filtration system. I'd like to have a hang on the back or canister as well just to polish the water, but I always go with a sponge filter as well. Did you want?
So Sailfish says in Sweden they recommend 150-gallon for a single adult Oscar. I love that. Fish Tank Barn showed up. Let's see, he caught a largemouth bass, 12-inch.
Can you bring it to me so I can put it in my tank, buddy?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Can a flower horn live comfortably in a 32.5-gallon tank? No. Christine, no.
32.5?
Yeah, no.
Wait a minute. It depends on the size. If you have a small one, it's a start. But be prepared that you need to be able to move up to a larger tank very, very soon.
Now, she very well might have meant a 325-gallon tank.
She could. But
hey, River Life's here.
What's up, Rack? How you doing, my friend?
Fishy bees.
In case you guys don't know, Rack has now moved to Tuesdays to do his videos, so you definitely want to check out Rack on Tuesday for his upcoming videos. He's got the momentum going right now with, KG Tropicals and everything going on, as do I. And I'm sure he's going to put out some good content like he always does that we're all going to enjoy. So, good to see you, Rack.
So, we have a few people asking about Acaras.
What would they like to know? And you can answer them as well as I can.
I'm assuming they mean, as far as good beginner fish, then they are.
Yeah, they are. And I would surmise that they're in the 8-inch range. So, definitely. I think they might be a little more temperamental when it comes to water conditions, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Our cars are very similar to green terrors.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to care for.
Right.
So Steelfish says, what size tank would you recommend for 2 adult Oscars and a Sailfin Pleco? I got 100-gallon to start with. I think that's a great starting tank.
Absolutely.
Now,
how big is your Sailfin?
But not only how big, but Plecos in general, they give a lot away, so you just want to keep up with the maintenance more. But I think that's a great starting tank.
Can you tell Mike to stop sending us money? We got your first one. Stop sending us money, Mike.
So, nope, I was going to take a picture of the bass, but he wasn't down with social media and escaped the boat. Were you having beer at the time? He escaped the boat.
83 people online. Thank you so much. I got to ask you guys before we change screen.
Oh, no.
You see, I'm growing this out. I'm trying to be a little bit like Aquafunk, yo.
So is that a thumbs up or a thumbs down for the stash? What would you call that? A stash?
Goatee. And then it's a goatee
extension? Stash
extension? Yeah, I'm getting the handlebars and everything. I'm growing that in.
Oh, Lord.
I was around John. And I was checking John's out. And
you were checking John out? Where are you now? Watch out, Lisa.
I felt bald because Riverlight Rack has a really nice one.
He's got like that.
And then,
beard.
Then John had one. I was like,
and young towards the wine fund. Amen. Hallelujah.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
brother.
It's just going to be more gas in the house. That's all. Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much. And Mary Ann, because I'm sure.
So Candy says she doesn't see anything.
What? Look at it. Wait a minute. Look. Lock.
Oh my God, you're going to break the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, put some hair on that joint, says Fishy Biz.
Oh my God.
So Stalefish says he hasn't bought the fish yet. Got to make sure they have what they need first. And got an FX6 for the 100-gallon. I think that's fantastic.
FX6 is fantastic. I have 2 FX6s for the Arowana tanks. Go ahead.
Juan Hernandez, $5 super chat. Thank you. Tell Sandra her drinks are the bomb and she's my favorite fish. Sandra, your drinks are the bomb and you're his favorite fish.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but you got it.
Yep.
So 8 o'clock shadow, says Chris.
Well, Chris, what do you have? What do you have going on?
John says he was definitely checking you out too.
I like John. See, that's all right. All right.
So Candy says let's check back in next week on the growth.
I'm trying to make it, Candy. I swear, this is probably the longest I've had it. I've tried this before.
And I love it. And he's like, oh, it's itchy. So Madfish Diva, $4.99 for the wine
oh,
fund.
my God.
Thank you, girl.
Can you guys stop it, please?
Emmanuel says, see the pebbles growing in. Shelby Ray Lynn, it's a bromance. If you knew how many bromances this man had.
Who?
You have bromances for days.
You
like the bromances.
I mean,
so
I got a lot of
bunch of thumbs up for the goatee.
Thank you. See, and plus, I'm trying to cover up this second or third chin, whatever it might be.
Stop. And Chris says he has a white goatee, and actually, this is growing in pretty white, folks. And I love that. Oh, stop. Jay's Betta Fish Room. I know y'all love my Asian beard. Liz loves the flavor saver. Oh my God, Fishy Biz.
Thank God we said that this was adult content only.
I hope those children's are stored. It's past the bedtimes anyways. It's not a school day, but.
All right. Oh my God, it's $8.55.
$5. I think you need to wipe a little spot off your chin, Scott. Thank you, Pam.
Pam, you are my cyber wife. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
That hurts. It really hurts.
Poor baby.
Oh my God. See, everybody picks on me. I feel like Charlie Brown.
Now we have 5 minutes left in the feed and one more topic to discuss.
Yeah, this won't be long. I'll be honest with you. I'm always going to be honest and real with you. When I started this chat, when I started to make this YouTube, I was hot about something. I have since recessed, which means go back or reset, however you like to say it. But I still would like to talk about it. So this is for my YouTube creators out there. Let's talk about this. Oh, man. See, I knew I'd be off.
Dan at Lucky Aquariums has sweet facial hair.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Hamlet.
Can I touch that?
I need some flames to come out like Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider. I don't think he had a theme song, did he?
No.
What am I talking about?
But you can make up your own theme song. It's okay.
All right, guys. I think everyone talks about the great things about FishTube or YouTube, such as the notoriety, the popularity, the funds that come in once you get monetized, the treatment that you get from some companies and sponsors that want you to review or promote their products online. There are lots of good things, but there's also lots of tough things. Hey, thank you.
So thank you, Bob, for the $10. Good stream. We have hit 101 next. We'll hit 101 next time.
Well, Bob, before I get going, Bob, what would you like to know? Just like the basics of setting up a tank buster?
I think he means 101 people online.
Oh, I'm such an idiot.
I know. It's okay. Welcome to my world.
You don't have to agree with me.
Welcome to my world.
All right. So let's just say this, guys. I am struggling as a YouTuber as my channel grows. You have to have some really, really tough skin out there.
Yeah.
You will get some really asinine comments shot at you. You know, you can put hours and hours and hours of work into your videos and put them up and get some really harsh comments from people. And it's a difficult thing. I talk to a lot of people. I know people who have taken breaks from doing YouTube because there's so much drama. It's a lot of drama sometimes. There are a lot of political games that go on there. And I find myself struggling with that. You're going to have to tap me out when you're like, all right, that's enough.
Nope, but go for it. You do you.
You have to evolve. in order to be, I'm talking as someone trying to get 4,000 subscribers. There are a lot bigger channels that can tell you a lot more information than me. But to get to 4,000 subscribers, I've had to evolve my content. I've had to evolve as a person. I'm not always this happy and chipper that I am online, but that's the persona I need to have. Yeah. To make sure you guys have a great experience, and that we put on a great live stream. But sometimes stuff happens, dogs die, deals of new houses go away, 60 plus hours at work, hours and hours put into YouTube, and then when people give you comments that can be hurtful or harsh, whether they mean it or not, it can really make you question why you're doing what you're doing. I can tell you, and I've had honest conversation with John. Obviously, yes, I want the popularity, and the funds that come from the work is a great plus. But I don't live and die on the funds generated from YouTube. I started doing YouTube because I love the hobby. I wanted to promote how I felt about the hobby through my videos. I wanted to share my experiences with my fish, my love for big fish, and my experience that I was gaining working in different organizations with some of the top professionals in the organization. When it starts to become, and I don't know if John told me this or who told me this, but when it starts to become not fun anymore, that's when you need to stop. And we've talked about this today, I have seriously considered stopping YouTube for a little while because it can be harsh. What's funny, and I sometimes I feel like I'm bipolar, because last week was absolutely the best weekend I have ever had in the hobby in some time. And then this week, a couple of things happened, and I just went to an all-time low. And I'm not going to really get into them because some of it is personal, and I'm hopeful that we're going to work all this out. But I don't know what other you fish tubers feel or think about, but it's a difficult process to get successful, to get viewers. Sometimes it almost feels like Survivor, where you try to align yourself with positive, good people that will help you build what your platform is. And sometimes there's snakes in the grass, and there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that people don't know about. So people out there, you're talking about Ed and Mary Ann. We were talking about they're going to be the next YouTube channel. They have a great energy. Make sure you're getting in it because you love what you do, and what you want to do is promote the hobby or promote your experience. Make sure that's first and foremost in your head.
And this is one of the reasons I really don't want to have my own channel. I do not have that thick skin that you have. And you've really shielded me from some things over the years I can't do it personally. So, but basically everybody's saying about, ignore the haters, keep doing what you do. I
think my experience may be a little different.
Because it's not just the haters. This was something personal that happened.
Let me say
I apologize.
I think my experience may be a little different because I'm a little different than most YouTubers. I would say 80% of the YouTubers, because I came up through the hobby. I came up creating my own fish club. I came up through learning through the ACLC, Aquarium Club of Lancaster County, then creating my own club, then working for different events. I don't just attend events. I actually have run events. Mm-hmm. I've worked for different organizations, whether that's the American Cichlid Association, CARES. I've worked with multiple sponsors, and so I know what it takes to get products. I know what it is to be politically correct, so that you can get all the sponsors that you need to give and to help support events. I know what that's like, and I've had to change how I do things on YouTube to gain momentum and to gain followers. When I first started YouTube, all we did was talk about upcoming events. But upcoming events in the Northeast area is only going to appease a certain amount of people. Go ahead.
So I'm sorry. Chris sent a $10 super chat. You'll always have our support, Scott and Liz.
We'll get ready to pick out a shirt for Chris because you've sent too much money.
I
Thank
get a
you.
new shirt.
Thank you so much, Chris. And this is the closest you're ever going to get from a rant from me. And I'm really not ranting. I found myself earlier today discouraged, disappointed, hurt about some things, and no one needs to call me or anything. I'm good. I'm good. I
got him. We're good.
Yeah, ride or die. She got me. That's truth. But I do have these hesitations where I sit and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? To my point, I was saying that when we first got on, all we did was fish events.
Yeah.
But that's only going to appease so many people. I'm not, I don't want to spend 4 hours working on the video and get 20 views or 30 views. You want the work that you put in, you want it to be seen. Anyone can tell you differently, but if you put in hours of work on a video, you want it to be seen by a mass of people. In order to do that, you have to then find out what your market is and what do you have personally that separates you from someone else that's going to make people want to view your channel. That's a long and difficult process to go through. And in that process of trying to find that, and I think I know who my identity is and what my market is and what my subscribers is, you lose people along the way. I've had people tell me, I liked you better when you just did the events. Well, I'm glad you liked me when I did the events, but I can't just do that. It's not, I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not getting views for it. It's great information for you, and maybe I can put that on my website, which we do as an alternative, but I can't just base my whole channel on that. I have obviously through the years come up, and I'm friends with a lot of people who have their own businesses, and I can't align myself to this person, or that business, or this store, or that store, or this product, or anything like that, because I want to be honest, and I want to be able to tell the truth, and I want to be free of any chains that bond me from going to this product, that store. I don't want any of that. So I don't want to get too far into it, but I want to be able to be free to try what I want to try, go where I want to go without being judged. And if I can't do that because of my YouTube connections, I will cut those connections. And that's the end of what I have to say. I will cut those connections before I let YouTube kill my friendships of people I've known and loved for years. Because of, and I don't even have 4,000 subscribers yet, but I feel like I have a following, and now I'm starting to get a presence, and people are coming to me for, hey, make sure you shout this out. And I can't go through any turmoil with this company or that company or this product and that product. I'm not going through it. It's not what I'm here for. I'm here to show you how much this hobby is great, and I'm here to show you how fantastic these big cichlids and big fish are, and I'm here to show you how to do it right, because there's too many people out there keeping big monster fish who don't know how to do it right, and the only freaking reason, I almost said the F word, the only freaking reason why they're doing it is to get views, and that's not what I'm about.
Right.
So I'm going to end there. And all I'm saying to you guys is I appreciate your support. I hope you guys will keep supporting me. I don't think I'm done yet. Liz has really gave me a good talking today, and I'm going to keep plugging away at it. And, hopefully I'll get to a point where I don't feel like I'm being pulled into a million directions, specifically outside of the YouTube realm.
Right.
So that's all I got to say. If you consider coming to YouTube, make sure that you're ready for a little bit of everything. Now, I'm saying YouTube. Are you touching me because you want me to stop?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I'm saying YouTube, but trust me, I've been in clubs. I've been in organizations. Even at my job, there's always drama. There's always politics that play. So
Right.
I'm not saying YouTube is the only platform that has those political games or drama, but it's your decision whether or not you want to deal with it or not. I can unplug this camera at any point and be like, you know what? I'm 52. I've done a lot in the hobby, and I'm done. But hopefully I'm not there yet.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw two things out real quick. Mark Hill, I know you want a t-shirt, and I know you're not on Facebook, so I'm going to give you my email address real quick so that you can contact me about that. And also, I believe we have one more match game to play yet before we sign off.
Yes, let's get to that right now. Let's get to a happy thing.
The first person that specifically says, I want to play match game, gets to be the person to play it.
All right.
So, let's see.
And it's another word game. And I've got the answer right here.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I was giving Mark Hill my email address real quick. So everybody has, very much supported you. Stay true to yourself. You got this. Keep your head up. Don't be done. Some people said, I just found your channel. Don't go. All right, we've got a winner though on Jay's Better Room. I want to play match game.
All right, Jay's Better Room. So the match question is water. What?
Water blank.
Water blank. What did Liz say? And we are.
So this is for Jay's Better Room.
Now, you have what does he want?
Oh, well, I will see. I guess if he wins, he can pick his prize.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, we have the gift card,
Not
we
the
have
book, though.
T-shirt, and we have the
Mo
Devlin photo.
Water what?
Water blank.
And we're going to keep this going on. In fact, we have some stuff coming from Seacrest Farms. Susie Q and Aquafunk are going to be a part of the fun, too. Seacrest Farms has generously donated some stuff. It's supposed to be on the way, so once I get it, we will pass those prizes around.
I love seeing everybody's guesses.
Somebody said monkey?
Yeah, that's whack. So, but only Jay's Better Room. Oh,
yes!
My God, you
got it! Woo!
And Jay's Better Room, you are a winner. It was water, and you made fun of me for saying that earlier.
No, I didn't. I made fun because you said water sports.
Oh, that was my first answer.
I was like,
no, we can't do that.
I was like, everyone's gonna hate you if you say water sports. Pick another one.
So, Jay's Better Room. Again, you can have the T-shirt, the picture, the gift card. So take your pick, and if you can Facebook or email me your address, I will get that sent out to you.
All right, guys. So I am wrapping up because tomorrow I am unplugging.
Unplugging?
I am unplugging from YouTube, from Facebook. I am unplugging.
You know what you should do? You should go golfing.
I'm thinking about going golfing. Okay,
Aquafunk, you and the water fart and the fish fart. I don't know what your issue is with the farts, but yeah.
I mean, guys, seriously. Are you seriously? You can't see this?
So Jay's Better Room wants the picture. I will, like I said, get me that address. Get me the address, not Scott, and I will get that sent out to you right away.
I'm serious, guys. I've been growing this for over a week. You can't see anything. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for listening to my sad rant.
I like getting to see you human on the air sometimes. Sometimes you're a little scripted.
Yep.
I love seeing you, the more human side of you.
Yeah, I just want it to be said that I got feelings too. That I hurt and Ted Coletti, Dr. Ted Coletti said this to me and you. I think you were there, and he said, Scott, you're ambassador for the hobby, and you have the toughest, thickest skin I've ever seen, and I appreciate you for it. And yeah. I do, which means there are a lot of people that have fun with me, and it's fun. It's all in good fun. But I do have a point where enough is enough. So, I'm just saying I'm human. I make mistakes. Sometimes I snap when I don't need to snap. And when I snap, I apologize and I try to correct it as quickly as I can.
Right.
No one wants to take the apology for it. That's fine too. Life goes on. But I'm human. I make mistakes just like everyone else. And I will never, ever, ever let YouTube take away my joy. I won't do it. I love you too much. I love my life too much. And when I'm done having fun, I'm pulling the plug, and it's as simple as that. You guys think I'm kidding, but just like I did my club one year, I can be done with it and move on to something else because God always has something else for me to do.
So Fishy Biz says you should draw it on like Rob 93. And but GVR Aquatic says suggests say Fu Manchu.
Yeah, see, Also, that guy at Lucky's Aquarium, Danny, he had a nice one.
Oh yeah, they
going
mentioned
down,
that
too.
earlier.
Did he really?
Yeah, Joe Coffey says if you he can get you a free baseball ticket for tomorrow's game if you're in the Balut area.
Really?
I don't know what area
Hey,
that
Rico.
is. Let's
So
see.
I haven't eaten all day. So after this feed,
You had donuts.
I had one donut, and you're gonna take care of that when you get done. Again, guys, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Hope to see you next stream. I think we got 85, 86 people online. We did not hit the 100. Don't know what we're gonna do. What we got to do to hit 100.
I think maybe you should do some sort of performance dance with your Fu Manchu.
No. I just, see, yet again, I'm not going to be slave to YouTube.
I've got great ideas.
I'm not going to be slave to YouTube. I'm actually, for my small channel, 85, 90 people online is actually really good. So
it really is.
We will hit the 100 mark whenever it's time to hit that mark. Again, thank you so much for viewing us. Thank you so much for your support. I know I was a little Debbie Downer this time around, but I just needed to get that off my chest. And if I can't get it off my chest with the people that follow me, then who can I do it with? All right, so we're going to say thank you, and then we are going to end on a happy note. Here we go. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe.